Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute while. Hi, hello, I'm Jar of Jam, welcoming you on for the first time in a really long time on the Jar of Jam channel. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today. What kind of fun? Check that logo out. I almost did a dab. I'm 35. I almost did a dab. In any case, today is gonna be a day of fun. Today's gonna be it's a team stream, folks. If you've never seen those, it's gonna be Rocket League. It's gonna be serious, but also not serious. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Shout out to Jungle Juicers, of course. The boys have been so kind as to accept our offer to broadcast our stream. Shout out to my darling wife, HC-PinGviini, on the production. She's right there on the other side of the room, pressing the buttons, making sure that everything is heard, seen, and everyone along the place. Of course, Brocade, Tosses, and Tempest, the players for Jungle Juicers. Cheer for them today. I see already a lot of folks in the chat, so thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you're going to enjoy the show. Again, Jar of Jam, but really the main stars of the show are going to be the Jungle Juicers. So, tough news. Tough news is that we are starting versus Oxygen Esports. I don't think anybody needs to be told who Oxygen Esports are, but in case you're one of these people who do need to be told who they are, Oski, Ixo, and Archie, with Snasky as their coach. Tough. Really tough. And believe me, I've seen Archie play for longest time, first on Top Blogs, then on Semper Esports. He is a tough cookie to crack. And Oski and Ixo, superb players. So Oxygen Esports, a very first, I'd say, really tough opposition in today. And if I'm not mistaken, the match might already have started. So best of fives all throughout today. We're already on defense, but first attempts by Oxygen are thwarted. I'm assuming everybody here is going to be a Jungle Juicers fan, so let yourself know. Are there any cheers? This is the first time oh boy, Ixo doesn't want to hear about the cheers, doesn't want to hear about anything. With that demo coming on in, Oxygen are just using the player advantage. Oski supposedly does not play the ball, he plays the player. But yeah, folks, as a newly minted caster and a fan and a viewer of the Jungle Juicers, tell me, do you have any chance? There's any copy pastas in the chat? Throw them in, or we're gonna cheer with all of you. But once again, it's such a pleasure to see you all here as Jungle Juicers and, well, our very beloved Jungle Juicers and of Oxygen Esports are starting this. The blue side of the field, where we're currently juicing, seems to be pretty popular, but there's no place like home. There's really no place like home. A little mistake. We can try and utilize this. Just needs more players up ahead. I'm just slightly wary of those bumps. Oski finds a very, very, I don't want to say sloppy. I don't want to be critical of the opposition team, even though right here it's only Jungle Juicers. There's nobody else. That's the only team in the world, honestly. A couple of setups. No, too easy. Our Jungle Juicer boys are reading those any day of the week. Great save on the goal line. I love what I'm seeing right here, but now attempt is to get out of our half. Yes, bring that Fennec out, Brocade. Try to find a pinch. He was aiming for the net. I swear he was aiming for the net right there. And transition play. Oxygen Esports. Try again, Brocade, with a bit of a flip reset situation. Third player coming in, Tosses on the flank. Of course, you might have caught just a little bit. I'm representing Finnish colors. Of course, Tosses is one of the few Finnish representatives in this qualifier. I would be even surprised if he's the last one. Magnus and Metsonaris, under the name of Retirement Fund, if I'm not mistaken, have already been knocked out at an earlier stage and won't be participating today. So I don't want to put any pressure, but it might be that on Tossis' shoulders, the honor of the whole country of the whole nation, I would even say, put it as much as that, whole nation of Finland rests on Tossis' shoulders, so no pressure. No pressure. Absolutely zero pressure. Half point of the game. We are down by one. We've already asked a couple of really tough questions of Oxygen. They've been able to answer, but I'm sure underneath it all we have a ton more. Ooh, Archie. I mean, he pockets the ball, but it looked quite dangerous. This looked as we had just enough on them. We'll continue on moving on forward. Oxygen Esports, of course. Seeding could have been easier. I'll take a peek at the bracket once again later on today. Plus, of course, I'm going to be dropping some updates here and there. Of course, we only want to know about the Jungle Juicers, but there might be some interesting scorelines that I would love to give your attention to. As Tempest, look at him go! Test the defensive oxygen, but nothing found just yet. But yeah, some interesting results later on today, potentially, as we're going to be looking at the whole of the broadcast. Archie, top left corner. Just not enough reach on that save. We are still just keeping on pace to pace. We just need those goals. I'm pretty sure we go back at the end of the game and look at them stats. Those stats are going to tell a pretty good story for Jungle Juicers. See, even off the kickoff, ooh, I do love myself a good kickoff play. I do love myself possession straight off the kickoff. Man advantage. 3 on top of Ixo. But the English veteran is managing to work out something even in that situation. By this point, ooh, that's a long clear. Tosses an Archie. He gets him off the ball, gets the boost. That's what I love to see. Broke, everything goes to the flank. Everyone goes to the side. That's a bit of a problem as no immediate shot. Ixo bumping, playing the ball, gets the boost, but the ball is very harmlessly above the net. Nothing is going to be done to it. Why a free shot? I think is a question on everybody's minds right now, but we're going to be asking that just a little bit longer. That pinch, though, it's that pinch, and Toss is trying to cover the initial shot. Man advantage gets played. Oxygen puts a third one in. Jungle Juicers. I'm trying to remember. I think I bought some juice at the store last time I was there. I'm not sure if it's tropical or multivitamin, but it might be that our boys might need just a little bit of juice, so I might hit the fridge in between the games just to make sure that they are right there. I'm enjoying a very nice, I do believe this is the cherry juice right now. A little cherry syrup. Got a whole tankard of it right here, because today might be a long day. Folks, we either qualify in 2 games, or we qualify in 4 games. The third option, which is we get knocked out in this double elimination affair, I'm not even taking it into account. What I'm taking into account is this beautiful save. Tosses tries to run away with it, but blocked. Archie. Broke coming out of our own net. Anybody on the ground? Oh, timer's going down. The first game is gonna be in favor of Oxygen Esports. But yes, double elimination bracket. We are starting in the upper bracket. And this upper bracket is going to give us an opportunity to get 1 extra life. And so on the upper bracket, there are 2 wins needed for our team to get a qualifier into the next week, the main event, you might say. And of course, then at the lower bracket, it takes a little bit longer, depending on which stage we're exiting. We are going to be we're going to be seeing either 4 games or I think 3. But at this point, my math is not there just yet right now. But I'm going to get it on board. Shout outs, by the way, to Hootie who is currently broadcasting this for Oxygen Esports. It's a pleasure to see folks on the other side of the field. But as it also says, we are here to win. We're absolutely here to win. Bum, bum, bum. Well, I'm going to maybe do some moderations. Bum, 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 bum. Because, hey, I can moderate on this channel. My God, I can moderate on this channel. Wouldn't you know it? Alrighty, folks. So, yes, obviously, game number 1, not as... we wanted to see... Honestly, no, we're just giving them an opportunity to think that they are better. That's always my content. And right now, honestly, we're still the best. Oh, Tempest, Broke. Lovely passing play in between the 2. But no goal just yet. We're turning to the side. Tosses again. A man with Sisu. The Finnish thing. Untranslatable. I've tried. Even Duolingo says, no, man with Sisu. It's that inner power of something. Only present in Finnish men, women, and non-binary folk, of course. We're fighting that middle of the field. And we're really trying to stop him. Bumps are also coming in up from us. Waterfall, dangerous. But Archie, we are reading you like an open book. We are clear. We do need a little bit of a boost to roll out. And Oski doesn't play on the ground, plays way up high. Ixo needs to rush, but he uses all of his boost. Does not get his 100 in the corner, but still with a possession now behind Archie. Archie reaches out. clear up. And look at that, aerial play from Oxygen. They are meeting us very high, always trying to intercept, always trying to steal the ball very early. But we are learning of their ways. Jungle Juicers, so far, now honestly would say on top by this point. And of course, to be absolutely on top, we do need a goal or two. So we might play a little bit of a game. Let's say we hit the half point of the match, and we're going to play a little game of when the first goal is going to come in. For now, Ixo is trying to be that player, but we put the ball harmlessly to the corner. Harmlessly to Ixo, and so the question of when the first goal is going to come in, it has been answered. A little bit of drop down there. The gentlest of the touches. Oski rushing so often to the ball, I would put him as a player who really bangs that ball in. That was the gentlest of the touches, as if you're petting a baby, as if you're stroking your pet. Not the kind of pass that dropped the ball in front of our net and beat our defenders as well. Archie gets bumped on the side. Tempest goes across the goal line, so we are looking for bumps. And this little pressure from Tossis. Look how he squeezes that ball, as one would squeeze a banana or another tropical fruit. Bam! Past Oski, past Ixo. See ya later. First goal for Jungle Juicers today. And that's just the mark of the things are turning our way. Broke needs to be very careful. Abandons the ball. But Tossis is back, and immediately as on the start, we can put a rush in. Ixo. You saw what he was doing. You saw he abandons the ball. He goes in for a bump. Ball gets played back in our penalty area. No penalties for us, but definitely Oxygen Esports can penalize us just a little bit. Bum and Dealer in the chat. Start Tossis Millie. I might need the help of either my wife or everybody in the Twitch chat to translate what could the Millie refer to in this case. Let's go. In front of our net. Slow, slow. Puts away, and out it goes. Still a dangerous couple of seconds in front of Jungle Juicers net, but on lock. Our boys have it on absolute lock. And this back pass, Archie was looking for Oski. That's Oski through. Surrounded by three, and yet finds his way through somehow. But you can see how deep everybody from Oxygen is sitting. Are they scared? Are they afraid? Is it an open net? Is it a technical issue? Have we lost somebody? Is somebody missing? Archie was sitting right there. So let's see. We're going to let you know if we hear anything. But that looked like an absolute freebie. And so if we're going to see a goal immediately going the way of... Nope. So Oski, Archie, they've lost Ixo. It's 2 versus 3 from the side of... Have we actually lost the server, or the players are just goofing off? I'm pretty sure they're just goofing off. At this stage of the tournament, there are no RLCS admins in the lobbies. There's no way to pause the game. There is no way to put the timer back. And yeah, we've seen that Oski has left, but we'll see. Archie has left again. So we might be just redoing the lobby altogether. And again, if there's any information going to be appearing, we're going to relay it as fast as possible. Also, we're going to figure out if the goal that we have scored is going to stay. I think, again, by this point, unless, again, pause cannot be called, unless the players have sort of agreed that the goal is going to be returned back, the goal might stay. And honestly, we would love to see a goal for us against the Oxygen squad. So for now, they're just shooting the ball, having a little bit of fun, and waiting for more information. Alrighty, I do believe we're leaving this lobby and starting a new one. And we're going to check out just how it looks on the other end. For now, though, again, first game, warm-up jitters. You could see we have been challenging the opposition. We have been doing a really good job. But by this point, but game number 2, this has been on the lock. We find a beautiful opportunity to score on them. We find another opportunity, but then clearly realize that, yeah, a player has indeed been missing. No, I do see players returning, coming back. Hello, folks, you might want to figure out exactly what you want to be doing. Yes. Just waiting. Just twiddling my thumbs by this point. So, it could be that... I mean, killing the timer in the game by this point... Feel like you either... Okay, Ixo is back. That's good. Okay, everybody's coming out by this point. Again, I think we might be last. So let's drop out as well. This match is a goner. But I do want to see... Arl Norway, welcome to the chat. I saw your retweet. Thank you very much. Ixo has disconnected at some point in the game. Was not able to reconnect. And I'm not exactly sure... what the ruling is, as currently I don't have the players or the admins. In the event of disconnect, I think by this rate, but at this stage, yes, they do need to 2 versus 3. So it is potential that the game number 2 goes the way of Jungle Juicers. So yay us. I'm gonna see if there's any updates on the side of Starch GG. So far, nothing. So, yeah. I hope that my wonderful producer, HC-PinGviini, my darling wife, my missus, is gonna get some information if it's available. We'll figure out. But yeah, it is quite possible that they just, due to disconnect and due to unfortunate inability for the match to be paused or anything like that, the technical issue just will force Oxygen to play 2 versus 3. Obviously, they could have just played, but they decided... I think by this point has rep. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see exactly how that goes. So in the meantime, let's just twiddle our thumbs. Let's just have a little bit of fun. Again, folks, those of you who are here most likely have seen me somewhere on the European, the Middle East, or APAC broadcast. I'm Jarvjam. Pleasure to have you here on my personal channel. Again, shout out to HC for producing the broadcast. I keep pointing that way because that's exactly where she is sitting. Yep, and that's her magical hands going to appear. I'm looking at the box. There we go. So yeah, but yeah, quite often on this channel. Before that, I've just been doing my own variety streams. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A couple of Rocket League broadcasts as well. Some really old ones. But for now, this is a nice return and a nice little thing. There's a bit of dancing happening over there. A nice little return to the Rocket League in this season. My first broadcast of 2024 for Rocket League, so yay for that. And who knows, maybe a return for this channel as a whole. I would love to see more Jungle Juicers, and of course, I would love for them to keep on succeeding. Last time, finished in top 32, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna double check just that before I fall flat on my face with untrue information. A drum roll, please. Yes, Jungle Juicers indeed finished 32nd overall, and only, let's see, lost two. Okay, there's, I think we're gonna go just for a little bit, but if we are not gonna hear from the players for a while, we just take a little bit of a break. As you notice, all flying solo this time, so our voice needs just a little bit of rest from time to time. So now I'm gonna get a little juice. Juice. I'm presuming that the players are currently discussing this and getting the moderator in and trying to figure everything out. So yeah, you know what, folks? Let's get our air out. Let's open the window. Let's get a refreshing drink. Don't forget your snacks. If you've forgotten your snacks, best time to grab them right now. But be quick. We're gonna go on the shortest, tiniest break. When we come back, it's time for a bit more of the Jungle Juicers. A lot more of Jungle Juicers. We're gonna be juicing some jungles. See you after break.
seen so many people go. Learn to make it on my own. It's easier for me to be alone. So how are you? Keep cutting through. Maybe you're not like the other guys. And only if I could give you a chance. Show me that you mean it. We'll feel some type of way. Why do you keep chasing clouds? Gonna leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. I said, why do you keep chasing clouds? Gonna leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. Something must be wrong with me. Keep wanting just to see you show up at my door. Et même quand je suis froide, un peu indifférent, tu continues tout de même de montrer tes efforts. I'm trying to keep my heart in peace. I just can't think but the way that I feel. It's too hard to trust. I mess it up. I just can't risk you be falling like this. Oh, why do you keep chasing clouds? Before I go and change my mind. I said, why do you keep chasing clouds? Gonna leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. I said, why do you keep chasing clouds? Gonna leave before I feel something. Before I go and change my mind. I said, why do you keep you make me wanna change my mind.
To test lobby. Okay. Hello, hi folks. It's me, Jarjam. We're just waiting for more information. I do believe we now have an admin with us. Shout out to John, aka Always, a good friend of mine. He is going to be most likely setting up the game as it was before the disconnect or straight after the disconnect, so we don't have to redo the whole thing all over again. Since I do believe there are rules that basically are stipulating that the disconnect happened, we should continue on playing, but if RLCS admin in this case has agreed to come on out. Okay, so as I see it, 2-1 in favor of Jungle Juicers, 1 minute 30 remaining. I do not believe that was the actual time at which the disconnect and the first goal happened, but the agreement might have been reached behind the scenes that the match was called paused or sort of null and void after 1 minute and 30. So yeah, I do believe we are going in, and with its returning kickoff 2-1, Jungle Juicers are in the lead, but we now need to be immediately careful as not to concede straight off the kickoff, because this could be quite rough. quite rough in that case. Tosses Brocade both on the wall. Archie playing slow, more of a pass than anything else. Runway versus Oski, but Oski just picks it up. We have 3 players waiting. More and more, Archie plays it slow. There's the return of the goal. We are back even Stevens. Not even 2 goals on in this case. It's a lot. Tempest. Ooh. Trying to fly off. Could not catch it just right. Okay, with a little bit more than a minute remaining, we have found our openings in this game number 2. Game number 1, we had opportunities, but nothing really gone into the net. This game number 2, we are working with his tricks, just trying to make his opposition look silly. Tosses, there's a setup to the center, but Ixo's already on the backboard. Does he have the control past Broke at the very least? And Tempest is forced just to play the ball away from the player, so the setups are not happening. Even if you're just able to remove the ball from your opponent. As long as you remove the ball from the opponent, Archie from the flank scores 3-2 in favor of Oxygen Esports. We've been looking for our goals for a while. Oxygen, I think they have been drinking some jungle juice in this break because they have come in with some power. Oh, look at them go. And powerful kickoff as well. Look just how much oomph Tosses was able to put on that one. Archie, Ixo, Husky. They are moving out, and all 3 of them are throwing some threat on our net. So now a little bit of a fallback. Pass, shot. In any case, if Ixo is reacting, that's already him out of position. A little bit out of boost. And making sure that he cannot immediately affect the game. Broke, it's not going to be dangerous. But this might be. Oski, Ixo, the time is running out. Top right, not to be. Tempest with a full court carry. Goes for a little bit of low dribble. Tosses, I know he was back there. Broke in the center. We can play keepy-uppy just for a little bit, and Ixo cannot really put that ball too far out, but the boost by this point is really low. And Assange, Oxygen Esports. Even after a technical issue disconnected by Ixo, come back strong. Come back firing. And most certainly are not joking around. Guessing by these stats, so these stats are purely for that 1 minute 30 segment of the game that we have just seen after the game has been remade and put in the right place. No shots, or let's say all shots from Oxygen. Jungle Juicers, maybe lost in jungle just a little bit. 2-0 in favor of Oxygen. This is a best of 5, so playing until 3 wins. And you can see the boys are eager and ready to jump back in. Game number 3. For now, Oski, some people put the things away until the next day. Some people say, I'll just do it later. Ixo first goes and bumps one of our players, and then Oski comes in, and yeah, I'm going to start early. Early bird gets the worm, the second mouse gets the cheese. And the player coming in second after his teammate has bumped the goalie out of the net gets the goal usually. And that's exactly what has happened here. There were no doubts. There were absolutely no doubts that the Oxygen are going to be tough opposition. And right now they are showing that with their brutal, quite brutal approach to the gameplay. And I do love myself some bumps and demos. But I do not love when me or the team that I'm cheering for is at the other end of it. Exactly what's happening here. They are not shy about sending the player up front just to mess with the defense, the Oxygen boys. But for now, we are just hoping that we get a bit more dodgy. Not shifty, not in that sense, but more dodges, so to speak. Oski, with his attempts to get as many flip resets as possible, it accomplished once player. Of course, he has a lot of technical capabilities in his pockets. Right now on the ground, Broke was trying to read it. A long clear from our own side just to relieve a little bit of pressure. Jungle Juicers, we are the team that wants to put a pressure ourselves. But Oxygen are sort of starving us of the very sad Oxygen when it comes to the gameplay right now. And every single time you just, not only you have to look at where the opposition is, you also look where their extra teammate is that is coming straight towards you. And you're also looking, oh, maybe there's a pass potentially coming in. And oh boy, there might indeed be a pass potentially coming in. Broke, slow play. A little bit of a save of that touch. I don't think that was what Oxygen had intended. Right here, though, Ixo putting it high. Broke, what a beautiful save. We need to get immediately out of our own side. Immediately out of our own net. Archie just finishes up a counterattack, but right there, on the other side of the field. Oh boy, we were looking strong as ever. Now, looking for 2 to tie up the game as Oxygen Esports once again in the lead. Gonna get myself a little bit more juice. Need to be jungling and juicing. Yep, and immediately, okay, I need to be putting more juice in my cup, apparently, because Tempest, as I was pouring it out and enjoying the side of a full cup, look at him go. Kickoff goal. Don't mind if I do. He out-dribbled the whole Oxygen. Sign him. Okay, he's already signed. Never mind, he's already signed for us. We didn't have to sign Tempest again. Look at those dribbling skills. Love it. Twice in a row, obviously. Happens rarely. So we're going to be looking for any other ways to get past that Oxygen defense. Right now, I see how close 2 of them are. Archie comes in. Archie misses. Tempest needs his boost. Who's going to be first to the ball? Tosses all of these 50s to the side. You really need to be able to read these. Broke falls on the ball, but that just blows it past the second defender of Oxygen and keeps on pushing on through. Those little dribbles. We don't have 100 on the ground. Actually, Tosses can still get to it. Tempest, Broke, going to be dropping it down. No, past everybody else. And we are checking it out. Any also approach anywhere we can put the ball through. But even as they're almost out of control, it seems like Oxygen can still put a little bit of a touch on the wall. Broke, bottom left, saved by Archie. Tempest needs to stop Archie immediately as the transition from defense to offense is immediate. We're still collecting the boost. We're still picking up. I see that Oxygen Esports struggling with hundreds from time to time, and the longer you are able to leave your position without boost, the better it is on the ground. Oski incredibly quick on the rebound, and as we were forced to just put it somewhere that wasn't our net, Zixo just barreling towards us. Oski's contribution immediately puts Oxygen up by 2 again. 3-1. It's another dribbling opportunity. Tosses. Just needs to stay with the ball. Right now, Ixo, you might not know that he does not have any boost, but at some point he looks like, yeah, he's not continuing the usual motion in an aerial dribble. Then tosses this play to the corner, and now on a follow-up as well. Just need another player to collect at midfield. Demo, do you believe, on their player? Yep, that is Archie respawning on the side. Broke, a tough attempt. What was looking promising is just that Oxygen players again. Oxygen players all over the place. Looking for a pinch. Honestly, that net just for a moment was looking very vulnerable. But no chance to get that EXO. Not bumped out. I'm pretty sure we now have committed one player up front just to mess with their defender. Flip reset. That's Archie off the post. What a beautiful save. And now in a corner, we need to remove it. This pinch could be really important. Archie's going to be collecting it. And oh, that's a lot of power. Again, who would have had doubts? Archie, tremendous player. Still putting up the highest caliber of play over here. Long clear. It's going to be only on the wall. And that read. And we start from square one. Less than 30 seconds. We're looking for 2 goals. So far, 2 goals has been the maximum we have been able to score. And Oski beats the last defender on the goal line. Hat-trick for the Polish player. And Oxygen seem to be very content in taking a dub and moving on forward. But never say never. I do not count my chickens too early. I do the opposite. I count my chickens very late. It's when the deadline is 5 minutes in front of me. Only then I start counting my chickens. By which I mean, of course, that as long as there's still time on the clock, as long as the score is not 5-1, that we can still win. But the score now is 5-1, and the time is 7 seconds too. And well, we have scored a kickoff goal in this game. Mathematically, I think it's just pinches. Team pinches for 4 times in a row, probably even the 6th one. Bravo, Oxygen Esports, and Bravo, Jungle Juicers. You boys have been working tremendously. Oxygen Esports, bravo. A rough best of 3, best of 5 rather. Felt like a best of 3 because we've only played 3 games. Wow. I'm a caster. We of course suffer from this horrible disease called the caster math. But best of 3, best of 5, surely I should know the difference. Plus one indeed. So yeah, that has been the 3rd game of the series, and that has been Oxygen Esports in 3. Not the only series that has gone 3-0 in the upper bracket. I see that Team 3, the opposition for Oxygen Esports in the next series, Rizek Smartbait, Catalysm with Freaky as a coach, is going to be playing versus the Oxygen, have just defeated Jungle Juicers. So the game that was 1-1, that was game number 2, that EXO has disconnected. We scored a goal. That goal counted, so 2-1 stayed. And then admin has joined and reset the game to minute 30. So we started with we restarted game number 2 with minute 30 on the clock, 2-1 in favor of Jungle Juicers. But unfortunately, that game has also been taken by Oxygen after a really good the rally. I think it'd be a really good name for that as well. For Oxygen, and they managed to get that game as well. Yeah, and again, by the rules, as I remember it, as some folks in chat are saying, if a disconnect happens at this stage of the tournament, 2-3. So if you are forced to play 2 versus 3. And yeah, the goal that we have scored while we were 2 versus 3 stayed. The rest, another story. Then again, of course, the EXO has reconnected, and then we restarted once again. So unfortunately, down to the lower bracket we go. We're still continuing with the best of 5s, and our opposition is going to be none other than who lives in a pineapple under the sea. It's Tiester, Lee Fox, and Mira under the guise of SpongeBob. They themselves have just defeated Murder Melody in 3 games, but that was a best of 3. So Murder Melody have taken 1 game off SpongeBob, Pascal, Mino, a familiar face, Chronomia, and Captain Flam. That's going to be lower bracket, and that's going to be after a short break. It does seem like I might be losing my voice already, and it's only the first series. My goodness, well, that's been an absolute fun, folks. Thank you very much for coming on along. I'm pretty sure a lot of you just wanted to see the Jungle Juicers live, and now you also have a little bit of voiceover courtesy of myself, Jar Jam, courtesy of HC-PinGviini pressing the buttons on production, and courtesy of everybody playing on the field and having fun in the Twitch chat. For now, let's just wait and set up that next game. We have a lot of Rocket League to be played today. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to quickly just recap both the bracket and top, as well as the bracket on the bottom. So now that we have moved to lower bracket, we need to win 3 series in a row. Our series versus SpongeBob, then another one versus a team from the lower bracket that has dropped here earlier or has been here already, and then finally the game versus the loser of game V up in our upper bracket, which is either going to be Belly Goal, Speed, Hider, and Temper, or one of the two between Novo Esports and RFN, Mala, Dead Monster, Revezi, or Neon, Rexo, and Fapso. Tough opponents all around, but it's going to get a bit easier now that the Oxygen are no longer against us. Any interesting results? Let's see if there's any surprise things going the way that was not expected. So let's say Redemption Caliente, Natra, Whiskey Drink, and Sizen with Growly defeated Cash, Ivan, and Astral on Redemption 3-0. So Caliente 3-0 sweeping Redemption. I see Moisty's person Solary are still playing. Top Cougars, and again, all the team names in this new season, of course, are very, very funny and different. As I put my lock of hair back, but Top Cougars, Relating Wave, Acro, and Toxic have defeated the side of Tadpole, Louis P, and Raziers. So Grit Serve Resolve has dropped down to the lower bracket. Gentleman's Alpine, unsurprisingly, 3-0 versus their opposition. Belly Goal defeated Ananas Gang. Again, perhaps expectedly, Speed Hider, and again, Tamper versus Sabora, Eclipse, and Spelva. Team Vitality 3-0 versus their opposition. Again, no surprises there. We'll say for F4WD, Compact Simus and Edgebeat defeated Luna Galaxy, Xpera, Chronic, and R4. And how about this? 100% versus No Capo. Triton, Breezy, and Crispy defeated Scream the Wolf and PZY. So that's another one on the docket. No teams have qualified just yet. But these matches for qualification are already going to be happening in the upper bracket. As Carmine Corp will be playing versus SE. Team 3 versus Oxygen Esports. Team BDS versus Caliente. Solary have defeated Moist Esports. Batu, Chazette, K-Dop, and Rizfox, I do believe Batu was the coach for the Solary side, defeated Joyo, Rezi, Oli, and Noah. I do believe Noah, their coach. So Solary 3, Moist Esports 1. Moist Esports dropping to the lower bracket. And boy, oh boy, I do not envy whoever's going to be playing versus them. It's going to be Brave Esports, Isaac, Jair, and me, and Anders. Rough. But that's not our match. The good thing that this is not our match. We are going to be playing versus the side of SpongeBob. So as we are setting up that match, funnily enough, that match is BJ on the list of matches. Yes, BJ, get your 12-year-old giggles out right now. We're going to see after a short break, after it all set up, the boosts are juiced, the bananas are dispersed, and we are ready to take on yet another series of the day. Take a little nice break, get yourself a drink once again, get yourself all hydrated and snacked up. It's going to be a great day. Alrighty, folks, didn't have to wait for too long. I decided to talk about so much about the matches up ahead and matches that have perspired that there was almost no time. What is it about the very hard action happening immediately after the kickoff? Oh, I don't know, but most importantly, Jungle Juicers and SpongeBob on your screens. Jungle Juicers now in the very tropical orange, and those demos not getting any less orangey either. We are up for our second series of the day, now in the lower bracket. But now our path should be a little bit easier. We are looking to qualify for the main event next week, starting on Friday. And improving our result to the top 32 last time in the Open Qualifier number 1. Right now looking for yet another great result. So, yeah, our opposition, Mira, Chester, and... I immediately already forgot who was the last player. Oh, Lifehawks, of course. And all known players, all known quantities on the field. How about that, Brocade? Crossbar. Too low. The crossbar was too low. I'm pretty sure the crossbar needs to be higher. Well, we're going to be testing out again. Tosses steal of the boost on the flank and no chances. See you later, Brocade. Opens up the scoring for Jungle Juicers. Keep your champagnes unpopped just now, but keep them on the ice and ready for them to for it to be popped open soon. We open up the scoring, and there has been pretty much one solid team on the field right now. That's of course the Jungle Juicers. Yes, while the SpongeBob, amazing name, started off the game strong with attacks straight on our net, and an incredible save needed immediately. That's so far everything that they've shown. Chester, well, again, plays the ball to the side, even with 0 boost. Honestly, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that because he literally took the threat in front from in front of our net and has made it so that we don't have to worry that much. Lee Fox, who's going to get the first pinch? Well, not Tosses, but Tosses gets the bump. Tosses gets the ball. Lee Fox is forced to start from a standing position. And now with a little bit of a dribble, again without any boost. You do need that. We get our own 100 from the corner and rushing out through Brocade. Might be looking for another one. Tosses a pass to him. Lee Fox on the goal line, redirects it to the side. And we might want to pick it up immediately, but Mira is unable to follow up the ball. And we go ring around the Rosie and push the ball up front to the other side. Yet again, need somebody in the net. That's Toss's beautiful save. Sent to the side. To the corner goes Tempest. Just need a pinch. It still stays in there. But this back pass is going to be pretty back passing. Double commit from SpongeBob. Well, who lives under the pineapple under the sea. Real strong desire to go for the ball. And our strong desire to right now get a counterattack off of that double commit. To the center, Tempest keeps the ball alive, so we are just want to be nuisance. We want to be a stick in the spoke of the wheels of SpongeBob, and we're continuing on doing just that. Jester, his attempt, half shot. Well, I mean, I think by this point, all shot. Nobody was getting on the end of that pass. I could have also just started something. Want to be starting something, SpongeBob? You might want to be starting something, but we are not going to allow you to do that. Mira, Jester? Nope. Not, or T-Jester, actually. Folks, for those of you, ages ago, I had to ask that question of the players, whether it was T-Jester or T-Jester. But that time was a really long time ago. Mira, we have players on the goal line. We have players getting bumped out, but we are standing strong. That little parlay with Oxygen Esports earlier has done a very, very, very good, a very, very, very good lesson. Up in the air, floating high, butterflies. Something is definitely floating up there, but we would prefer for it to be just of Jungle Juicer players. And we'd like to see the SpongeBob folks grounded. So for just one is a differential. We are holding up strong. Would love to see those stats again. I live for the stats. I live for the stats at the end of the game. Sometimes stats do not tell the whole story. Sometimes they're pretty good. On again, out of the net and out into the counter attack. Lee Fox kept on the ground. Not much boost. We need to intercept that from Mira, as we don't want to give them any opportunities. Backboard. Oh, we need somebody there, but miss from SpongeBob. And Mira is also forced to retreat. Love to collect it right here and then and put it away from our net. Last 15 seconds needs to be survived. Last 15 seconds. Come on. Come on. Keep him away. Keep him away. Jester. Not being able to bring that through, and this should just be falling. Timer running out. Game 1, Jungle Juicers. I've been provided with a eucalyptus candy water. So just a little bit. So we're gonna be mending my throat all the while as the folks over on the field are mending the next lobby. By the looks of it, we are just resetting the lobby. Perhaps either somebody didn't like it that much, or we just need a little bit of a break from that. But game 1, Jungle Juicers. Where's the celebrations? Come on, folks. I know we are full on Jungle Juicers fans right now. Bring some hurrah, bring some yay in the chat. Let's see y'all here. Thank you for stopping by on this channel. Has been again dormant for quite a long while, but now back for this joyous occasion of the second open qualifier for RLCS 2024, the first major. Already the dates have been announced, happening around Easter time. I think 30th, 31st of March. Just 2 days, so another change from the usual proceedings in Copenhagen. And of course, would absolutely love to see the Jungle Juicers over there, so give them your energy. And let's get the ball rolling. Once again, it is the SpongeBob side, Fox, Mira, and Jester, that are starting the game strong. But after that, they cannot find what they are looking for. Passes. Trying to figure out exactly what the approach of the opposition is going to be. Of course, love to see what the Jungle Juicers are doing, but I want to unlock. I want to figure out. For now, I'm figuring out that Tassis is doing a really dang good job of putting the ball on target. Yet another one for Jungle Juicers, and so far, SpongeBob unable to open up the scoring. May it never happen in this series, because we would just love to keep on scoring. interesting kind of a kickoff, as you can see. Perhaps this should be the way of this broadcast. I was just all this time in my default caster mode. But honestly, I can just go full ASMR. Woo! On the goal line, down the crossbar. Jester, from really, really far away, gets himself an opportunity. You folks tell me, which one do you prefer? And yeah, while usually, again, previously on this channel, it's just me mostly playing video games. I have a huge collection of non-played games on Steam and elsewhere, and I just want to play them finally without instead of excusing myself all the time and saying, "Oh, I'm just going to play the same thing over and over." And back then, it's entertaining, but it's quite soft. But I see a Rocket League game in front of me, I'm casting it. I'm screaming, "Ooh, that's a really nice little bump play!" Not even bump play. The opponent's player has been driven out of their own final third, like the penalty area, and that almost worked out for us. Jester, not this time. What I'm seeing is that the opposition is just losing the boost. They're bringing the ball to their side of the field, but they don't have enough boost to do something with it. The very last important step. If the ball is there, yes, they can support it on the ground. But I would love, I love seeing that they just don't have the last 5%, the very important 5%. How about us? Interception by Mira. We still have the ball. Look at that. Broke just gets it going. Again, could use a little bit of boost. Maybe the friends from Rule 1, whose decal he is sporting, might help us out with a little bit of boost here and there. And of course, the quality plays. How about this? Who is in the center? Tosses, sets it up. It's a setup. It's not a shot on target immediately. It's just, okay, where the ball is going to go back. And that's what we're going to be figuring out. Half point. This is not football, so we're not getting a break midway through the match. We're continuing on pushing. Little break, little slow play. Broke just collects his wits. Looks for a pinch. Mira is to the side. Can we get 100 on the corner as well? What we do need is a couple of defenders in the back. Give me a look on the field, please. So here's the challenge. Lee Fox can just get it faster. Yeah, we're just not fast enough. Broke was still rotating. Took some time, and it's by no means Broke's fault. Played too close. Got punished for that. Kickoffs going our way again. At least ball-wise possession. Beaten on that one by Mira. Broke might still be waiting. Look for a bump. Look for a demo. Rotates through the players already back in. Look at that, collecting just a tiny pads just to work for him. Mira stops the ball and gets on pushing on. For us, the side of Jungle Juicers surely is looking for a goal. Lee Fox on target. We need to move from in front of the net immediately, and we do just that. Transition. It's going to be to the side, so no immediate danger. Now on the ground, Jester. What on earth was that? What on earth was that, Chester? You are kidding me. Picking up the boost, playing very slow. I'm thinking, okay, no chance for him to do anything. He sets himself up. He does not care. I care very strongly. And what I'm seeing is brain exploding. Never again should we allow Chester to do anything of this caliber. Down, back in our own side. We return to the soft, soothing tones of Jar Jam in the RLCS broadcast. With a minute remaining, we are finding ourselves at the wrong side of the field. Again, no place like home. But by this point, go out, see the world, score some goals. Is the motto for Jungle Juicers. Okay. Oh, there's going to be help from the opposition as well. Tempest just keeps it alive. We need to drop it lower. All this time, Mira, sure a boost, but keeps on the ball and keeps putting it away from us. Tosses does not get bumped, so an opportunity arises. Needs to have a pinch to the side. Interception from the opposition player. Tempest pass shot. Jester is ready to jump on any one of these. Team bump. Pass. A little bit predictable, but then again, it took so long time for SpongeBob to really react to it. We're trying to get something out of it. 2 seconds and a dream is what we have. In the meantime, I'm sip on some more water. Get that kickoff goal. Come on, boys. We are historically, and by historically I mean everything that we've seen today, are strong on kickoffs. Unfortunately, we have committed. Ooh, we're keeping it alive. Down on the ground, nobody's close. Binding my nails. We had an opportunity. After a tiny misstep by the opposition, we had the opportunity to turn it our way. Look at that, we've outshot them. They had to work so hard in the defense. So hard. I think we're going to be seeing a change of paces in the game number 3, as right now we are tied 1-1 in the series. Whew. Okay. The heat is picking up. The games are getting steamy. And just to left and Mira off the side of SpongeBob are getting themselves the first win of the series. Twice now, though, we started the scoring first. Incredibly important stat. So I'm pretty sure if we pull out the historical things, it's gonna be team that scores first. Doesn't win 90% of the matches, of course, but surely wins, let's say, 60-70% of the matches, and that's what's well love to see here. We are getting our starts, and that is good. So Tosses, Tempest, and Brochet, you've got it. You got everything that you need. Let's bring it back on the field and show them how it's done. A couple of the opposition players, well, preferably all 3 of them, should be stopped in many of the situations, but I have total and complete confidence. Folks in the chat, the fans, the Twitch users have it as well. Let's go, game number 3. Of course, as we're now in a lower bracket, it is a elimination game, elimination series. So we are going to be, excuse moi, we are going to be looking to sending our opposition home. That demo looks pretty well, but did not open the net enough. As the ball sails to the sides off the post. And not exactly where we're looking for it. Aerial plays. Ooh, there's a demo on the side. Amir already looking for Tempest. Tosses spawns on the flank. Thankfully, does not touch the ball. I was sort of worried. I was sort of worried that there's going to be an unfortunate pinch off Tosses, and we lose the control of the ball. But no, we are totally and perfectly good. As I'm being absolutely served over here, treated and nurtured by my wife, as she's not only producing this right now, but also kindly bringing me honey tea as Chester opens the scoring. Okay, this is game number 3. I guess after 2 opening goals from Jungle Juicers, a different storyline needed to happen, but it's just gonna make the comeback ever more sweeter. Oh my god. Such a good tea, such a good tea. But it seems like I almost need to bring the degree of this whole thing a bit down. But I don't want to. I really don't want to. I want to be casting strong. And all the while, Mira just keeps on going for demos. This needs to be on target, but it isn't. We finally catch our opposition with their pans down. And the pans down are just... the pans down, well... I've lost myself in that analogy. In any case, that was a chance. No doubts about that. We hit them on a counterattack. But if we'll have to constantly look in the left mirror, in the right mirror, in our rear view mirror, we are going to have a tough time. And again, was it a bump? I see a player flying into the net, but I don't see if that's a result of something else. I see Jester rotating through our center. Yeah, that might have been it. 2-0. Wrong team has the 2-0. Jungle Juicers, boys, where are you? Scooby-Doo. We'll take him as well. There's SpongeBob on the other side. We'll take Scooby-Doo. We'll take the whole mystery gang. 3 versus Tosses. It's really hard to do anything about it. Brochet looks for a pass. I think was intending it to be just a little bit stronger. And now as exchange of passes happens in the middle of the field. We just want to find where the weak spot for the SpongeBob is. Trying to remember all these times I've watched SpongeBob. By this point would have been 20 years ago. Goodness, that cannot be right. No, sorry, that just cannot be right. That does not sound right, but by gum, it might be right. As you can see, no teenager is gonna say by gum. I'm an old man. Oof, read could be nice, but somebody on the ground needs to read it as well. Bombs from the opposition team there just do not know what to do with the ball and with themselves. We cannot catch the chance on the flank. Ooh, pops up high. Tester's forced to use a bit of his boost. The Fox pass to Mira, a bit of heavy-handed. They can return back. Demo on the ground, but Tester's already up in front and up for the ball. Okay, it's kind of just throwing a block. Needs to return quickly though. Needs to find any old sliver of boost on the field. Just keep on going on the ground. Mira high. Tester's going to be coming in for seconds. Not going to be getting anything either. So now back we go. Right now, the name of the game, move the ball out. Tester finishes on out. As you can see, there were too many players of the SpongeBob in front of our net. And not enough of our own jungle juicers. So yeah, what is the weakness of SpongeBob? Is Patrick a weakness of SpongeBob? Driving lessons. I'm not sure how SpongeBob is doing nowadays, but in my time, I do remember the driving lessons were really the Achilles heel of one SpongeBob SquarePants. So it is a game about driving almost. It is. There are cars you drive around, so I'm pleasantly surprised. I am pleasantly surprised that the side of SpongeBob are not scared. Not scared of driving these very dangerous cars around at these breakneck speeds. Goodness gracious. Sitting in our half. Well, we're trying to move the ball around. But 3-goal differential could be very, very tough to overcome, but I believe in our boys. I'm going to raise this cup in their honor. Raise this cup in their honor to my lips. Sipped on tasty honey tea. And now just cheering. Quietly, it might become a little bit louder later on today. Right now it's just in my head. Ta, sis, bro, tempest. Chester. Wrong guy. Hat-trick for the Dane, if I remember correctly. Actually, let me double check. Last thing I want to do is say a Dane. Well, it could be a Dutchie, or it could be somebody else. SpongeBob. He's French. Never mind. I've named every single one of them, and he's French. No wonder he's scoring all these goals. Those of you watching Open Qualifiers 1, remember that top 4 for that tournament has not been European RLCS. That's been French RLCS. All of the teams in semifinals, top 4, all of them were French teams. That's how strong the French players are. And SpongeBob is clearly showing us who's living in a pineapple under the sea. It's an unconventional place to live in. I have my questions about plumbing and honestly the docking sponges. I'm no expert in the field, but makes you think. Definitely makes you think. In any case, our opposition, the side of SpongeBob, on, oh goodness gracious, on the match point. I've just realized that my little cup over here says Paris, so I'm not secretly cheering for French teams. I'm cheering for French teams only when they're playing versus other regions, because come on, EU and everything like that. But usually secretly I'm cheering for Baltic teams, Baltic players, Baltic teams. I do know that somewhere in the bracket right now, Simas, the Lithuanian player, right now one of the top player. I mean, the top player in the Baltics. I think by this point he's definitely on the top of his horse. Is playing as well, so sort of quietly cheering for him. But for now, a bit of a stretch. Big stretch. Making sure that we get our blood flowing. Our fingers are ready to press on the buttons. And that the Jungle Juicers take this game number 4 and number 5. Otherwise, sad story, early exit. No, we don't want to see that. We are only happy stories on this channel. So, folks, again, bring on the energy. Give energy. Come on, give energy. What was it? Give. I'm trying to remember my very own, my very own NRG. There we go. Do I only have take? Why do I not have give? Oh, because it's give, please. Okay, there we go. Give plus. Give plus. Okay. We're taking, I think, a very needed little break between the games. I'm pretty sure actively the coach for the Jungle Juicers is whispering in the ears, saying exactly what needs to happen. Again, it is quick check. Come on, Jam. The sir has literally added you on Twitter just earlier, which makes me very embarrassed not being able to remember off the top of my head. Okay, of course, this Lobat. Lobat is the manager for the side of Jungle Juicers, and my God, it is very embarrassing not being able to. Jonas, are you coaching for them? Are you currently coaching for them? It might be you. Whew. Okay, as we are waiting for the match to start, I do believe we are currently waiting for the side of SpongeBob. Hey, if they don't want to play anymore, I'm totally cool for that. Let's throw a look elsewhere on the thing, and oh my goodness, the match is starting in the background right now. We'll get to that, but Oxygen Esports have been dropped to lower bracket by Team 3 in 3 games. Oxygen Esports have been swept. Our opposition from the first series has been swept. And by Rizek, Smartbait, and Catalysm, Ozgeek, so Narchi now lower bracket. And again, I do not envy whoever's going to be playing versus Oxygen. Incredibly strong team. But back to the game. So 0-0. 2-1 in the series in favor of SpongeBob, and they are on match point, meaning that they only have one game to win. We need to win 2 in a row, and doable, absolutely doable. Making sounds, you know, by this point, just making sounds. I do know there's a couple of other exits on the other side of the things. But yeah, let's go. Let's win this bread. Or let's win this thing. Let's get this bread. Let's get everything going. And folks, big thanks for everybody stopping by this. I see the love for the Jungle Juicers. I see the love for Rocket League. And Tempest, ooh, I see his love for trying to dribble the ball right into the net. Nice little aerial effort. Going. That's a double commit, but ball is so high. Still an opportunity. A pass. I love to see that crossbar. Our biggest enemy to the corner. We need somebody in front. But the players of the opposition are swifter, are quicker, are scoring on us. TS are not content with scoring 3 in the previous game. Scores yet another one in this one. Rude, absolutely rude, but that pinch, as if on the silver platter, again, as if French players need any more assistance, as if they need any more help. They're already good. All right, the road has gotten just a little bit tougher. Okay, who's going to be playing this? I think Tossis has been called off. Bouquet is there. We're both trying to get that ball. How about this? Tosses shot. Bottom right corner. Bump on the goal line. I see you. Bouquet, we are getting back on track. So, right back. Oh, that's actually a Tempest running out there. Lee Fox, bye-bye. I don't think he had any chance to save that anyway. He was going, let's say, bottom left. The ball was top right. Back on the horse. And this view from the horse is pretty darn good. And from the kickoff, guess we find ourselves in SpongeBob's side. Not looking yellow though, but we're gonna forgive him that. Actually, not even a single player on the side of SpongeBob are running any sort of yellow decal. To which I say boo. To which I say an absolute big boo. Come on, live up to your name. Live up to your team name. Otherwise, what's even the point? Oh boy. No, I do know how religious, I think would be a good word for this, how absolutely religious the Rocket League professional players are about their cars, are about their drip. And so anything out of the ordinary might just throw them absolutely off. A bit of a soft serve for SpongeBob with that touch, but look at that. Even with that, a double commit, a bit of confusion, pass down, Tempest, hey! Squeezes it right next to the right post, and into the net it goes. Jungle Juicers are looking lovely. Look at that. Boys, we're back in business. And right here, I would love to see a little bit more of maybe follow-ups. That we're winning a lot of these kickoffs, so shadowing second player should be ready to just continue going up with the ball. For now, we're winning the kickoff, but we are not immediately sending anybody for the ball. By that point, their original third has a chance to recover. All the while, talking about the opportunities, the chances. Leafox gets himself a fantastic bump off the corner and then just beats our players to the center. It's as if he has just been given 10% extra speed, and it's no doubt that he uses that to get way past us. It's a tie game. Would like to find a third. That little bounce could be interesting. You could see that the whole squad of SpongeBob, A, went for that ball, B, went pretty low for it. That play is already reset. We couldn't catch our opposition just yet. We are always wary that there's an opportunity like this one. Where did this even come from? There's always an opportunity for our opposition to just sneak one past us. Going on a flank, Broque tries to collect it, but not ready for Mira to be right there and putting it straight in on the net. Kickoff, once again ours. Again, tosses, waits for the ball, but by that point runs away just a little bit too far. And we need to find a good clear. Right now, this is looking nice. Jester stops it for a second. Shouldn't be allowed to continue with it, as there has been a really good period of time where we were in control of the ball. Or at least we were closer to the ball. We could have taken the control. We're gonna go again. All the while, need to be aware of the backboard. 1 minute remaining, one goal. All that is needed to get this game tied and into the overtime. Need to be careful, Brock. I want to see some very active movement. We're going to get the boost. Lee Fox managed to dispossess our player even without any boost on his own behalf. Tosses goes high, Mira goes low. The ball is still hanging in the corner of SpongeBob, the blue side of the field, and that's exactly where we'd like to spend the next 30 seconds. That side of the field. Long clear. Waterfall could be really nice for us. Nobody straight up in front. Lee Fox, well, that's a lot of boost used by the opposition team, but now they're rolling out. Chester can only just bounce it forward. We can look for a pass. Tosses, we're expecting somebody to get one to him. Big pinch and full court carry is required of Jungle Juicers. That's Tempest in the air, abandons it. There's already a player on it, but the ball drops down, and SpongeBob still alive, still going on strong. 2 movies or something like that. Folks, the juice has run out. I still have my tea, but unfortunately the juice has run out. I didn't want to be the bearer of the bad news. Unfortunately, this loss means that Jungle Juicers are out of the Open Qualifier number 2 and are not going to be making an appearance next week during it's still the Open Qualifier, but let's say the main event of the Open Qualifier. The terminology is really strange nowadays. But the highlights of jungle juicers were there. Tosses, Broke, and Tempest, you boys should be really proud of how you played today. Obviously, falling short of the result of the previous qualifier, but I loved what I seen from you, and I would love to see you in action on the field, cast you as well, and make sure that next time it's most definitely the final, not finally, day 4, I think by this point. Officially, unofficially. I think over here it is, at least on Star GG, it is a Swiss stage day 4. Thank you very much for everybody stopping by, dropping all those follows. Again, with the channel has been offline for such a long time, this is the most follows I've seen in a really long time. But tough scenes right here at the Jar Jam channel. Jungle Juicers out in 2 series. Bravo to Oxygen, who are currently again waiting in the lower bracket, and bravo to SpongeBob, who are continuing the run forward. They're going to be playing versus Eugen, Jazzy, and Yukio. That's a blast from a past, that name, Yukio playing with Oida. They're going to be trying to get on past and trying to get past onto the day 4, the Swiss stage. Their opposition could be quite tough again. SpongeBob, Oida, and after that, whoever wins that is going to be playing either versus RFN or Belligol. Neon, Rexo, Fapso, or Speed Hider and Tamper, all incredibly tough opponents. Elsewhere, let's see. So yeah, Team 3 beat Oxygen, already qualified for day 4. Team BDS qualified for day 4. Top Cougars defeated Solary, and Solary previously have defeated Moist Esports. So it is Relating Wave, Acro, and Toxic over Rizfox, K-Dop, and Chazette on the side of Solary. Solary continuing to run through the lower bracket. The rest of the top matches at the top are still going. We don't have any immediate scores for that, so we're going to figure out how it goes. Any surprising exits from the bottom? I'm going to very quickly scan the bottom run. I do not see. Obviously, I'm surprised that Jungle Juicers are out at this rate. I see Anita Max win. Shout out to Spooks, who is coaching that team. They're out as well. I was hoping maybe to get Spooks over here on the channel, but he was busy on the day, so, and I completely understand that. In any case, folks, I've had an absolutely lovely time here. The amount of W's, I think we're going to improve on that next time. But for now, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, thanks very much for follows. Keep tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for anything happening on this channel. Check out the Twitter links down below for my Twitter and seeing all the updates for anything upcoming. It's going to be happening right there. Oh, I got a familiar face from even more ways ago than Yukio Dwarfbot. How you doing? But we're going to be rounding up here. We're going to be seeing if actually if there was any broadcast happening on the other side of SpongeBob, and if so, I'm considering just to we can send the run to them. Let's see, SpongeBob. I'm just going to quickly check. In the meantime, talk among yourselves, or just any parting messages from anybody in the chat as we're rounding this one up. Before we go, of course, a big old shout out to my dear wife, HC-PinGviini, who is running production. She's right there. You cannot see her, but she is right there. Without her, this broadcast would have been much more complicated and much less organized. That is for sure. Resolve put the team. What were you? Who are coaching again? What was the name? No, Endpoint. I mean, Endpoint again. Craftman and Boy Arroyo are casting the Endpoint, so they are good lads. But yeah, I was hoping to maybe we can drop on the SpongeBob's, but I do see that Oida, the Hanover Esports, is currently broadcasting that. So who would it be on the side of Oida? Whoever that is, I am not sure. In any case, it has been an absolute pleasure. It has been a while since this channel has been live, and also a bit since I've casted. So my voice barely survived, but everything else is intact. Alrighty, folks. So let's wind this down. We're going to send a raid over to Hanover Esports, where Oida and SpongeBob are going to be playing. And we hope to see you for the qualifier number 3, where Jungle Juicers are once again going to be playing, once again going to be putting their best foot forward and try to get that games going. There's plenty of Rocket Leagues remaining in the evening, so if you're eager for that, stay right here. Follow the raid, and we'll see you whenever we'll see you. Take care, and good night.
Every time I dream And if you don't agree, then I'm giving myself. I wanna laugh so hard it hurts, to feel it touch so hard it burns. Isn't something you could learn, it's natural. And I might not feel that for you, but someday you'll find someone who sees you in a crowded room, sensational. Every time I dream of you, I see. It's the kind of thing that you can't unsee. I'm sorry. Every time I dream of you, I see. It's the kind of thing that you can't unsee. I'm sorry.
Sky blue eyes, I see a world behind them. No more time, sinking into the silence, reaching out for something you may never find, looking for a reason not to lose your mind. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Oh, oh.